Of the many problems ever to tax my rash mind, none was so strange, so methodically strange, as the intermittent series of murders which came to a culmination in the shaded mansion at the Villa Triste-le-Roi. It's true that I failed to prevent the last of the murders, but it's undeniable I foresaw it. Neither did I guess the identity of Rabbi Yarmolinsky's ill-starred killer. But I did guess the secret shape of the evil series of events, and the possible role played in these events by an infamous gangster named Red Charlotte, who had sworn revenge on me 3 years earlier. The first murder took place at the Belvedere Hotel. A rabbi named Marcel Yarmolinsky had arrived the night before, checked into a room across the hall from a Persian diplomat, and was found dead with a knife in his chest the next morning. When I arrived, Inspector Trevor explained that someone must have planned to steal the Persian diplomat's cache of jewels, came into the rabbi's room by mistake, panicked, and murdered the rabbi. Trevor's theory of the murder was certainly possible, but not very interesting, I thought, particularly when I found a piece of paper which had been left in the rabbi's typewriter. After showing it to Trevor, I told him to keep a book for me. It was one the late rabbi had written on something called the Tetragrammaton, a term which I learned referred to a secret Hebrew name for God. A newspaper reporter at the scene thought it interesting that I was more concerned with the rabbi's book than with his death, or so the next day's paper reported. I discussed the matter with Trevor again and retired to read the rabbi's book. The second murder took place in a back alley in the city's eastern reaches. The victim, explained one of the investigating detectives, was a cheap thug named Daniel Simon. He too had died of a knife wound in the chest. Scrawled on a wall above the body was the inscription which linked this murder unmistakably with the rabbis. I left the scene to study the secret of the Tetragrammaton with more determination. It was clear now that I was not the only one in search of the secret name. On the night of the third murder, I received a call from a man explaining that he could give me some information, for a fee, about the recent series of murders. Before he could continue, I heard a commotion and the receiver dropping. I had the call traced and set out for the Park Hotel, 20 minutes across town. I arrived too late, of course, only to find the almost predictable inscription. The hotel clerk told me that the man who'd been hustled out was named Ginsberg and had been staying there about a week. He gave me the key to Ginsberg's room, but the search proved futile. So again I returned to the rabbi's treatise for a further insight into the mystery. Almost a month passed before another clue surfaced. The 1st of March, I received an anonymous letter which posed an interesting theory. The writer included a map of the city, marked with the locations of the first 3 murders. They formed an equilateral triangle. A triple murder had been completed. There was symmetry of time and of space, but something was still missing. the rhombus, not the triangle, was now complete. There would be 4 murders, not 3. The location of the 4th murder was pinpointed. And suddenly the word tetragrammaton fit in too. And it was only March 1st. I had solved the mystery with 2 days to spare. It felt good to relax after a snail-paced 3-month investigation and reflect that the solution of the killings lay in an anonymously sent triangle and in a dusty Greek word. The mystery seemed almost crystal clear. How stupid of me for having spent almost 100 days on it. I arrived at the western point of the rhombus as night was falling. It was an old deserted villa called Triste-le-Roi. In only 48 hours I would know just who else was seeking the mystery of the tetragrammaton. The face was unmistakable. It was that of the gangster Red Charlotte. He spoke with a weary but unconcealed triumph.
You are very kind, Lenrod. You have saved us a night and a day.
I asked him if he too was looking for the secret of the tetragrammaton.
No, I'm after something more ephemeral, more frail. I'm after Eric Lenrod. 3 years ago, you killed my brother. I swore then I would weave a maze around the man who killed him. I've woven it. and it's tight. Its materials are a dead rabbi, a compass, a Greek word, and a diamond-shaped pattern. 3 months ago, my henchman Daniel Simon botched up the theft of a diplomat's jewels, blundered into a rabbi's hotel room, and had to kill him. The rabbi had been at his typewriter preparing a talk on an old Hebrew legend and had written his opening line, "The first letter of the name has been spoken." I read in the paper that had caught your eye. Simon, the murderer, was an idiot. He needed to be eliminated. So we chose the night of January 3rd, stabbed him, and scrawled the second inscription in the alley. A third crime was a plant. I was the victim. We left a message for you that the last letter of the name has been spoken. But I knew that you, Eric Lenroth, the reasoner, might figure out, given the proper clues, that the series was in fact fourfold. I sent you the letter, knowing that you would supply the missing point, the point that completes the rhombus, the point where death is expecting you. I planned the whole thing, Lenroth, to lure you to the loneliness of the mansion here at Tris-le-Roi.
I told Charla that his maze had 3 lines too many. I know of a Greek maze that is a single straight line. Charla, in another incarnation, when you hunt me down and stage murders at A, B, and C, kill me at D, along the same line, the way you are going to kill me here at Tris-le-Roi.
The next time I kill you, Lenroth, I promise you such a maze which is made up of a single line, invisible and unending.